The film opens in Isla Nublar, where two men in a submarine is headed underwater to retrieve a sample from the skeleton of the Indominus Rex. After sending the sample to the surface, the men are swallowed by the Mosasaurus. The rest of their mercenary team is preparing to head out in a helicopter, but one man is left on the ground as he waits for a signal from the submarine so that he can close the gate. The T-Rex then emerges from the trees and chases after the man as he races to catch up to the helicopter, trying to grab hold of the ladder. He manages to make it, but the T-Rex starts pulling at the ladder, holding the helicopter back. The mercs try to cut the ladder loose, but the T-Rex rips off the bottom half of the ladder. The man at the bottom laughs in relief, until the Mosasaurus leaps up and snatches him and eats him. As the helicopter flies away, the Mosasaurus swims out loose in the ocean. It's been 3 years since the disaster at Jurassic World, and the island is on the verge of catastrophe as a volcano is set to erupt, threatening the lives of all the dinosaurs that remain on the island. Sides are split between those who want dinosaurs to be saved or those who want to sue the park's creators for damages after surviving the incident. At a U.S. Senate hearing, Dr. Ian Malcolm argues that the dinosaurs should be left to die to right a wrong, started by having them brought back to life in the first place. Claire Deering now runs a dinosaur protection program to ensure that the beasts are saved. She and her employees watch the Senate verdict, being that no legislative action be taken to help the dinosaurs. However, Claire then gets a phone call asking her to go to the estate of Benjamin Lockwood, the former partner of Jurassic Park's original creator John Hammond. She arrives at Lockwood's home and meets with his aide, Eli Mills, who tells Claire that they plan to relocate the dinosaurs to a new island. The plan is to save 11 species of dinosaurs. Claire also meets Lockwood in person, who mentions that his relationship with Hammond fell apart for an undisclosed reason. Mills notes that the Raptor blue is loose on the island and may be difficult to obtain, so he requests that she find the only man who can bring blue back. Claire goes to find Owen Grady, who isn't on board to go help bring the dinosaurs back, and even thinks that they should die there. But Claire reminds him how much Blue needs him. Owen sits to watch old videos of him training Blue and her siblings when they were small, and he is inspired to go along. We meet Lockwood's granddaughter Maisie, who loves wild animals and is looked after by Lockwood's nurse Iris. Maisie never knew her mother, who is said to have died just after she was born. Owen joins Claire, plus 2 of her employees, technician Franklin Webb and paleoveterinarian Zia Rodriguez, board a small plane headed to Isla Nublar for the mission. They meet with Ken Wheatley, the head of a mercenary team sent to help retrieve the dinosaurs. Using the trackers previously implanted in the dinos, the team heads out to find them. As they enter the jungle, Owen encounters Blue, who does not appear to recognize him at first. As he tries to get close to her, Wheatley and his men show up to tranquilize Blue. One merc raises his gun at her and gets attacked by Blue, leading to her getting shot before getting tranked again. Owen tries to attack Wheatley, but he gets tranked too. Zia runs up to Blue and grabs a gun, resulting in the mercs turning their guns on her. She tells Wheatley that if he shoots her, then Blue dies since she's the only one there who can treat her. The mercs take Blue with them and leave Owen. The volcano then erupts. The mercs start to carry away individual species of dinosaurs, like the T-Rex, Carnotaurus, and Ankylosaurus, in their choppers. Claire and Franklin are trapped underground with the tracking computers as lava starts to leak in, and they are cornered by a baryonyx. They manage to find an escape and climb out before it eats them. Owen then starts to regain motion just as the lava starts to surround him. He runs and finds Claire and Franklin, who hop inside a gyrosphere just as the dinosaurs start stampeding away from the volcano's eruption, with fireballs hurtling down and lava flowing everywhere. The gyrosphere rolls off a cliff as the dinosaurs jump off, but it starts to leak as it falls into the ocean. Owen manages to jump in and break Claire and Franklin out before they drown, and they was up on the shore as they see the ship with the dinosaurs about to leave. Claire drives a van fast enough to catch a boat, but she, Owen and Franklin are forced to watch the rest of the island be destroyed as one lone brachiosaurus is consumed by the fire and ash. Back at Lockwood's estate, Maisie overhears Mills as he meets with Gunnar Eversole, an auctioneer who wants to have the dinosaurs sold, which alerts Maisie to Mills's true intentions. She also learns, as he brings Eversole to the lab, that they have designed a new dinosaur with the DNA of the Indominus and a raptor, calling it the Indoraptor. Owen, Claire, and Franklin meet up with Zia as she continues to treat Blue. Because she has lost a lot of blood, she needs a transfusion. Owen and Claire sneak into the truck containing the T-Rex to get blood from her as she is currently passed out. After a brief struggle to do so, they manage to get blood, but the mercs lock the two inside the truck, causing the T-Rex to wake up. Claire climbs out from the top and opens the truck so Owen can get out. Maisie continues running around the lab, seeing the dinosaur eggs in preservation, as well as a video of Owen documenting his time with Blue. She hides as Mills is meeting with Dr. Henry Wu, who helped engineer the Indoraptor. Wu tells Mills that they need Blue there to act as something of a mother to the Indoraptor. Maisie ends up finding the Indoraptor as it scares her. Mills throws her back in her room, but she informs Lockwood of what is currently sitting in his own home. He orders Mills to call the police and tell them what he's done, but he instead smothers Lockwood to death. Owen, Claire, Franklin, and Zia attempt to get out, but Franklin is taken by a merc who thinks he is employed by them, while Zia stays with Blue. Owen and Claire take a truck out once the ship has docked, but they veer off course and are found by Wheatley and his men, leading to them getting imprisoned. The dinosaurs are also caged up as Mills is preparing for them to be auctioned off. He goes down to Owen and Claire's cell to brag about selling off the dinosaurs, only for Claire to slam Mills's face against the cell bars. Maisie escapes her room just as a bunch of buyers arrive and goes into Lockwood's room to discover that he is dead. She takes a photo from his book of his daughter, and she hides as Mills arrives and pretends to have just discovered his body. He informs Iris, who says she must assume guardianship of Maisie. Maisie then looks at the photo and sees that her mother looks exactly like her, standing next to a young Iris. Owen sees a Stygimoloch in the next cell and whistles to him, causing him to bang his head against the wall until it breaks through into the next cell. Owen then uses him to break open the cell door so he and Claire can get out. They find Maisie, who recognizes both of them and cries for her grandfather. Eversole begins the auction, managing to sell over $100 million worth of dinosaurs in a matter of minutes. They get to the Indoraptor, which Eversole says is not for sale, but the buyers start bidding at over $20 million. Wu tries to talk Mills against selling it, but he refuses because the beast is going to make them a ton of money. The Indoraptor is knocked out with tranquilizers after a demonstration with a gun that emits sound waves is used. The auction is interrupted when the Stygimoloch bursts in and starts ramming into the mercs. The buyers flee the room as Owen starts to fight the mercs himself. After the room is cleared out, Wheatley comes in looking for Mills, demanding the bonus he was promised. He then decides it's a great idea to go inside the Indoraptor's cage and take one of its teeth as a trophy. The Indoraptor tricks him by playing possum before it grabs Wheatley by the arm and rips it off. It proceeds to devour the rest of him. It then goes after Eversole as he tries to escape in an elevator. The Indoraptor breaks it open and eats him too. Franklin finds Zia handcuffed to Blue's cage. He frees her after tranquilizing Wu, and Zia frees Blue just as more mercs arrive. Blue attacks the mercs, and they all get out after a merc shoots a gas tank that is ignited by sparks from a fuse box, resulting in a huge explosion. Zia then points out to Franklin that there's a hydrogen cyanide leak that could kill the dinosaurs. Owen, Claire, and Maisie go look for a hiding spot, but they are found by Mills and two mercs. Mills then reveals that Maisie was a clone of Lockwood's daughter, and the fact that he had her cloned was the reason he and Hammond had a falling out. The Indoraptor then kills the mercs as Mills runs away. The other three try to hide. Maisie runs to her room where the Indoraptor manages to sneak in from a window. Owen shows up to shoot at it. Just when it looks like the beast has Owen cornered, it's Blue to the rescue. Blue attacks the Indoraptor as Owen gets Maisie out of her room. They run across the roof over the dinosaur skeleton displays. It corners them and nearly causes them to fall over the edge until Claire shows up with the soundwave gun. The Indoraptor's weight causes the glass beneath it to break, but it pulls itself up until Blue returns to tackle it, causing them both to fall, and the Indoraptor gets impaled on Triceratops' horns. Owen, Claire, and Maisie find Franklin and Zia as they open the dinosaurs' cages before the gas leak kills them. Claire nearly pushes a button to set them free from the mansion, but she cannot bring herself to do it. Maisie pushes the button herself, seeing as how she feels they are as much alive as she is. The dinosaurs run loose outside the grounds of the mansion, just as Mills and two mercs try to get out with the Indominus bone sample. One merc is picked up by a pterodactyl and dropped to his death, while the other is trampled by a triceratops. Mills tries to hide and take the bone, but he gets eaten by both the T-Rex and the Carnotaurus, and the bone is destroyed. As the others watch the dinosaurs leave, Owen parts ways with Blue once again. In the aftermath, we see another Senate hearing with Ian speaking on the fact that humans must now coexist with dinosaurs and live with their choice to let them survive. Owen and Claire take Maisie away from the estate, heading toward an uncertain location. The dinosaurs are seen all over the place. The Mosasaurus approaches a surfer, ready to eat him. Pterodactyls fly freely. The T-Rex roars against a lion. Ian ominously tells everyone, "Welcome to Jurassic World." The last shot is of Blue running to a high cliff, roaring over her view of the city.